Alright, well, hello everybody, and welcome back to episode 4 of Frostpunk. Previously, in episodes 1 to 3, we managed to beat a new home scenario and the Ark scenario without crossing any gross moral boundaries. We even tried to go out of our way to be as altruistic as possible in some scenarios, saving as many people as we could, right? Bringing in as many strangers to our colony as we could, sending supplies to people who needed it. Now, we're going to be beginning the attempted defeating of a new scenario called the Refugees. So let's get ready. The Refugees. The safety of the generator was reserved for the wealthy. We seized it so we could build a city where people are equal. But can we accept everyone who comes to seek shelter? Let me grab my coffee real quick. I'll be right back. Over the past couple of streams, chat desynchronization has been an issue. So I'm going to be trying to use the Google Chrome browser to tune into my own stream today instead of using the YouTube app, in the hopes that the problem is native to the YouTube app exclusively. So let's hop in. Alright, we were condemned to die with the rest of the common folk when London was destroyed, but we rose up. We commandeered the ships that were meant to carry the wealthy to safety and sailed north. Here we found a generator and claimed it for ourselves. Now we must gather all our people in this new city before the lords arrive to rob us of our freedom once again. Now, let me figure out how to get live chat open here. Gotta be a way. I'm not even seeing a way to open it. Let me look this up and see if there even is a way to open the live chat on here. That might be why I never did it before. How to open live chat on a live stream on Google Chrome on a cell phone. I have no idea. It's literally like I can't even open live chat here. Strange. Well, I guess that idea is out the window before it could even start. I'll get chat open the usual way, but I will have to refresh it once in a while just to make sure it's working. Maybe I could just leave the stream. I usually pause the stream, but I'll leave it playing to see if that makes a difference. All right. The Refugees scenario. Every scenario has a different path to victory. I wonder what this one will be. After the ships we stole from the lords got stuck in the frozen ocean, we headed out in a small group towards the generator. Most of our people are still on the trail. They have less than 2 weeks of supplies and the weather is getting worse every day. We must do everything we can to ensure they all get here safely. Alright. Looks like we start with coal. I could probably not gather coal for a few days, but we'll want at least 10 people on steel. And then we have 43 people. That's a very low number of people. Whoa. Wow, we actually start... Okay, we have purpose and adaptation right from the start. Let's get emergency shift, as per usual.
A new law has passed.
I'm gonna try to make 3 gathering hubs. Shit, I wanted 1 more steel.
Gather your tools. The shift is ending.
Well, let's see what I can build first with the wood that we got. So I put that there. Turn on the generator. Looks like I can't get more than 3 of these resource piles. I'll do that. What is this? Steel, destroyed steam core, and steel. Alright. Put that there. Wow, that's all the wood that we got? This is a very tight start. I'm gonna have to really reconsider how I go about the early game here. Holy shit. I might even have to do an emergency shift on the fattest wood pile I can find. Yeah, it might actually be requisite that I do that. All right. We'll get it. We'll get it. All right, so I'm thinking 8 on steel, the rest on wood. Okay. Pass emergency shift.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
All right, now there. Emergency shift on the wood. Turn on the generator. I can probably put off food for like 1 day, but I don't dare try to put it off for more than that. All right. And then I could theoretically make a workshop. We're gonna be pretty short-staffed regarding our engineers for a while. I'm gonna immediately... I can't rush the beacon, I don't think. Oof, how do we manage? Let's rush the beacon. Let's rush the beacon. We'll get a lot of steel up here, but I have to have the workforce for it, so... Let's take these guys off of here now. Put 10 in there. 10 in here.
Time to earn your bread.
Yeah, we're very short-staffed for engineers. We'll have to hope we can make it work. Oh. Wow. Okay, so you actually end up getting an infusion of new people. No engineers, though. Still, that's gonna augment our wood gain, at least.
Night is coming. Put down your tools.
Overcrowding. Yeah, we gotta rush overcrowding.
New law. A new law has passed.
It looks like we already have starving people eating our supplies. Yeah, once you get that new group, God, this is gonna be... This might be our hardest start that we've ever had to do. The refugees. At least the hardest until we get to the future levels. Oh man, addressing the early game here, it's gonna be a miracle if I get through it without enacting child labor. Adaptation, emergency shift, 15 people there.
New law is signed.
And then I'm just gonna go ham show on getting some steel. We'll see if that works. All right. Yeah, this will be a hard start. Definitely a hard start. But I'll do an immediate 24-hour shift on the wood. And then they'll work through the night. I don't need any better heating. I know that. I'm gonna make that cookhouse now. Child labor is a very tempting prospect in a level like this. But I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna find a way to do it without child labor. Let's unlock soup.
Hear me, hear me. New law in the city.
All right, we're getting meals for people. Okay, we got more workers. We need more steel coming in, so let's assign them. Well, we fed our hungry. I only need 3 houses right now, so we'll only build 3. All right. Okay, shelter promise fulfilled. These guys can come off of here. We have no raw food anyway. We'll put them on wood.
Brace yourselves. Cold is coming.
Okay.
The work shift starts.
We'll get the beacon built today. Well, tonight. There is a massive temperature drop going down to like -50 soon. I'm gonna probably need to get hunter's gear. I mean, unless I want to try to rush the hothouse, we do have steam cores, but I would need to make gathering hubs. Let's put one right here. And one right there. Finding the labor for that's gonna be kind of hard. We have overcrowding, so there's a bed for every... Well, God, no, we actually have a lot of sick people. Holy shit, this is a hard start. Oh my God. I'm not even researching anything right now. Another group arrives? Wow. Okay, so you gradually get more infusions of available labor as time progresses. I guess I'll get hunter's gear. Gotta build 2 more houses. Got it. All right, now we can actually get rid of some of our sick people. But we need to bring back some food from somewhere. I need 40 wood just to make a scout team. Holy buddy. This is a hard scenario. This is not going to be easy. Look at that. We have starving people and we didn't even do food production. But knowing that more people are coming, maybe I don't need to rush the beacon. I mean, it's certainly helpful, but we're not going to rush it. I'm going to do food first. Food and medical, right? Okay. The one benefit is that you do start with some extra coal already stockpiled. Should I even bother with emergency shift in the start? I have no idea.
Hear me, hear me. New law in the city.
This is a hard one. This is going to be really fun for us. A medical bay is absolutely requisite. We definitely can't bargain with that.
End of shift. Go rest all you can.
I am gonna build a hunter's hut. Sooner we start getting more raw food, the better. I have 2 days to provide some shelter for the people. All right. We already have hunters going out. But now we have very little labor left for wood. I'm gonna pull all these people off of steel, put them on the wood. Yeah, I won't do child labor. That's like my line in the sand, so... Let's unlock soup.
New law. A new law has passed. Work time. Get moving.
All right. All right. We got some new people in. I'm gonna pause construction on that. We're gonna get them all on resource gathering. Some people end up eating raw food right as soon as you get that first batch of new people. That's gonna be a problem. That means I might have to try and rush making the meals.
Everyone, new law is signed.
Yeah, you end up with starving people in that first batch that comes, so that's crazy.
Brace yourselves. Cold is coming. Get going. Time to earn your bread.
I managed to kind of get ahead of the food. Kind of. We have 11 hungry, but the hunters are out. And they're about to deliver 11 more food. Okay. There. We got ahead of the food. Oh god, I haven't even provided shelter for anybody. Oh, that was a mistake. I don't even think I can get that done now. Alright, but I have a game plan for the food at least. This scenario is going to require so much micromanagement in order to not have to enact child labor. Alright.
Hear me.
I'm getting soup first. We're gonna make meals out of that raw food. In fact, that's priority 1. Put the cookhouse right there, and then we'll build a medical bay tonight. I need to build 3 houses tomorrow. There we go, they're enabled on soup. I can build one of those tents now. Now I'm gonna immediately rush overcrowding.
New law. A new law has passed.
We're gonna need one more engineer there on the sick bay. 33% is, yeah, about a day is fine. Anything less than that, and we're struggling. But another 33% would really help. All right.
Work time. Get moving.
Okay, I made some starter rations. Let's take these guys off of the food, put them onto wood. We got that first group. We have some meals made already. 15 of them arrive hungry, I think, which is pretty crazy. But now that we have that available labor, let's pause these houses. We'll build them tonight. I'm gonna put all those guys on wood. They're all going to eat. All 15 of them. If you don't have those meals, they will literally eat your raw food. now we need a hunting hut immediately. I need to begin the process of food accumulation. Okay. Let's get overcrowding. Some of them may have arrived sick, or at least susceptible to illness. All right, we kept the shelter promise. Now we're gonna get 15 of those people on food right away. All right. We're out of food. We're gonna need to get that shipment of food. All right, we're shutting down the generator. Okay. We're feeding everyone. They got back with their hunting yield. Nice. Food-wise, I think we figured out how to handle that without child labor. I might want to do gathering posts sometime in the next few days. I feel like we need to start research now. Yeah, so let's build one of these. We may begin getting more sick people now. Okay, another group has arrived. We have food for most of them. Hopefully there's some engineers in the bunch. 38 people. Okay, well, at least we're able to build it. Hopefully they get it constructed before day's end. We're gonna need to start gathering coal tomorrow. So I'm gonna put a gathering post on this area. It'll get us steel and coal. Okay, shelter promise fulfilled. We are having a little bit of a food issue right now. I'm gonna research Hunter's gear. And now might be a good time for the emergency shift play on the research. Okay.
Work time. Get moving. Hear me.
Got it.
Hear me.
Discontent is very high. We're at 68 people. That's almost an amount of people to require a second medical post. Food is pretty fucking critical here in the early game of this. Yeah, we got 2 people starving, dude.
Finish your labors,
We got hunter's gear. I'm gonna have to pull those workers off of the wood and put them onto hunting. We need more food coming in. We almost have a new shipment of food. We got 10 more people. That's more mouths to feed and more people to shelter. This is insane. Anyway, I'm gonna build a second medical post. Our population now requires that measure. Okay. I'll get the fighting arena now, because we're having some discontent worries. I don't even have 10 wood to research the beacon right now. We might get on top of the food before it becomes critical. We might. Oh, buddy, this is tight. This is really, really tight. I can spare 2 engineers for the wood gathering. I don't think I can spare any more than that, though. All right, technically, yeah, 2 more. We really didn't manage to accomplish much with the 24 hours of research. Holy shit, that's all of our food gone already. We still have 4 starving. I have 3 days to try and feed everybody, which is not a lot of time. Hopefully the hunter upgrade that we got and all of this food will make a difference in that. Really no telling right now. This is extremely hard. This might be the hardest scenario we've done so far. And the temperature's going down to minus fucking 50 now, which is insane. I don't even have heaters. How do we tackle this without child labor? All right, I'm gonna try something radical here. Yeah, we have to try like the radical measures. So I don't need that much steel. I'll put 5 people on steel, the rest on wood. From 8 to 6. That's a 10-hour workday, so we'd get 10 steel. We're doing a 24-hour shift on that wood pile. I might actually have to do 2 emergency shifts and get an early death right away. All right. I need to spare 5 engineers. Actually, more than that. Oh, buddy. What's required to actually craft the beacon? 20 wood and 35 steel.
Hear me! New law in the city.
I need 10 more wood. Okay, now we take all these workers and we put them on steel. Every single one. We got more workers. Again, I think I just want to max out the steel right now. We are gonna get a death on shift. This is so hard, dude. Like, I'm trying though. I'm trying so hard. We got a death from overwork. We will need a form of body disposal sooner than we're comfortable with. It requires 2 wood. Got it. Well, they won't like corpse disposal right now. Cemetery it is. Holy shit. Get that beacon built. We need it now. All right. We need to immediately formulate a scout team out of the sick. Oh my god, I need 40 wood. Bro, what? If I want to get through this without doing child labor, I think I'm actually gonna have to do like multiple 24-hour shifts. Multiple 24-hour shifts. This is so hard. I sure as shit can't build that.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
You know what? Honestly, yeah. I'm just doing 2 24-hour shifts on the wood. I need to try, like, radical measures in order to figure this out. Completely radical measures, like the stuff you would never think of. I won't do child labor.
Finish your labors, people. The work day is up.
Okay, there we go. I don't even need the generator on. There's nobody to huddle around it. They're all on 24-hour shifts.
Hear me. New law in the city. Move. Time to get to work.
Come on, man. All right, we need to make all those meals and then we need to put them in the medical bay. Those guys can now go on steel. Okay, we got new labor. Now we need a shitload of steel. We have 170 wood, so obviously we accomplished something. Yeah, radical measures needed. I don't think I'm gonna be rushing the beacon. Like, I don't think I can do that. We're gonna build 2 hunters' huts and we gotta get people producing just food. Resources don't matter a lot right now. It's mainly the food. But that temperature drop there, that is insane, and that's gonna cause a lot of problems. I'm just gonna make a second medical post early.
Work day ends. It's time off.
All right. We have 30 people already going to hunt and accumulate some food. Let's try to build a few houses.
A new law has passed.
We have very little available workforce right now. We're literally just operating a very bare bones crew. Pull 3 engineers off there, put them on the medical bay. Okay. I only need 3 houses now, so I'm only building 3 now. Just enough to placate. I'm gonna build a couple of gathering hubs for when we start to get the new people. I need to have somebody over here making the meals. If we get past the early game in this without child labor, that's a major accomplishment. So that's what we're gonna try to do. I'm just gonna let these guys not gather wood. They're gonna do the building throughout the day. All right, we're making meals. We need to try to rush overcrowding. We got a new group. Okay. And luckily, there's a bunch of engineers in there, so we can amplify our medical. I need to provide shelter for 38 people, which we have the wood to do. We still have a dead body that we haven't done anything about. That temperature drop is coming, dude.
Move. Time to get to work.
Okay. We got overcrowding, and then we need a place to bury our dead. So the sickness problem is dealt with, but the cold is rapidly approaching. I need to try and... I need to try and get enough wood to build the workshop, and then I have to try to rush like some form of heating aid. Oh my god. How do I cross this finish line? All right, we got a new group, and we desperately needed it. We can start gathering coal tomorrow. I feel like I didn't even need this gathering hub over here. I kind of built it on impulse. Okay. I'll give them a little bit of overdrive, but I really can't spare much.
Work time. Get back to work.
God, we literally just, you can't even stay on top of the food with 2 hunter's huts. It's insane how bad the food situation is all the time. I need to look this up. I can't figure it out on my own. This is way too tight. Refugees without child labor. Frostpunk. Well, people say it's possible, so I'm gonna keep on thinking about it and try to figure it out. I'm gonna go take a 2-minute break, and I'll think about how we might go about pulling this off, eh? We'll find a way. We will find a way to do this without child labor. I will never cross the child labor line. Okay, after a little bit of thought, I think that scouting might have to be the way that we go about this. It might have to be the way. So 15 people on steel, 15 people, well, 13 on wood. And then I'll do 24-hour shifts on both.
New law. A new law.
We'll do 13 on steel, 15 on wood. Emergency shifts. That's a lot of discontent, but I won't need to turn on the generator tonight because nobody's going to be around there anyway. All right, research right away. And then we need to pull 3 of the people off of steel so they can build it. We don't need the generator on. Everybody's working, right? Like, nobody's around the generator. Extended shift.
Listen, everyone.
Shit, they didn't get that built because I shouldn't have pulled them off like that. I'm gonna restart, but with that same strategy.
Hear me. New law in the city.
Okay.
Workday ends. It's time off.
Then we have to do another emergency shift on the research and immediately get the beacon. Okay. Extended shifts.
New law. A new law has passed.
How many people just died? 8. Didn't we have 15 on wood? Did we just lose like fucking several people? Is it because I didn't have the generator on? I don't know. We're gonna find out. I need to min-max this if I'm gonna do it without child labor, so.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
All right. Yeah, we had 15 people on there. So we lost like a bunch of people there to death. I'm gonna try to turn on the generator and see if that mitigates the amount of people who die. We went from 43 people to 31. It was insane.
Gather your tools. The shift is ending.
Alright, we lost one engineer, which hurts, but can work around it maybe. Discontent is very high, but that's by design. It's what we need to do.
Plenty to do.
That wood pile's deleted. Get him on that one. We're gonna pull these guys off of steel, put them on wood also. All right. We're already at a crisis situation here. I have 2 days to lower the discontent. Beacon's built. All right, we have the scout team. Let's go. Abandon camp. It'll take 11 hours for them to get there. And we have to start doing the base stuff, like the regular stuff. I'm gonna research heaters. And then we need to solve this discontent problem. Now I need to pull some engineers. We need the medical bay open. There's only wood and steel there, which really sucks.
Brace yourselves. Hold is coming. Move. Time to get to work.
All right, no emergency shifts for 3 days. Steam cores. I thought the scouting would help, but it doesn't.
One day ends. It's time off.
Because I thought we'd be able to get some food right away. Yeah, I think this is a fail condition. Maybe I need to try to rush the hothouse, eh? Hello, Side Order. I'm doing good today, buddy. I'm doing good. Frostpunk is always a good time. How are you? This scenario is known for being the hardest one to do without child labor. So that's my challenge, is I'm trying to figure out a way to do it without child labor.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
Okay, 24-hour shift on the wood. And we have 6 people gathering steel. 1.2 per hour means I should be able to at least make the research bay tonight. Okay.
Workday ends.
Can I spare fucking oh my god, no, I can't address the shelter right now. All right. I need to try to get one of those steam cores. I don't know if we need any steel to build the hothouse. Let me check. The children yearn for the mines, yeah. Hothouse, Frostpunk. What's required to build it? 20 wood and a steam core. So we don't technically need any more steel right now. I can pull all these guys off steel, put them on the steam core pile. And then I'm gonna do a 24-hour shift on the research.
Hear me. New law in the city.
I don't think I need to have 5 people here. I don't really know. I would need to pull one from the medical bay, which is a gamble, but I guess I'll try it.
Work time. Get back to work.
Okay, I need to build a cookhouse here. We got more labor. Let's put them on the steam core. I need to try to get it. All right, hothouse. What? I need 10 steel to research it? Oh my god, no. Dude, okay, so I need 10 steel to research the hothouse at least. I think that means I'll need to get 15 steel.
A new law has passed.
$15 steel in a 10-hour workday. That would require how much per hour? Well, 1.5 per hour. All right. God, I hope I can pull this off.
End of shift. Come rest all you can.
I can't promise any shelter for anybody. Drawing boards research has already begun on a 24-hour shift. And then we'll build the medical post next.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed. Get going. Time to earn your bread.
Okay. I already have enough steel. I'm putting those guys on, wood or cores? Probably the cores, yeah, because we can't build the hothouse until we have the cores. This is so damn difficult, dude. Like, okay, we got the core. We got the core. That's all we need. The rest go on wood.
End of shift. No rest on.
My discontent is too high to sign a lot of these laws, so... Alright. We'll make soup in the morning. Although, a lot of these people are probably gonna eat the raw food that we have anyways. Fuck. And the 24-hour shift is over. Yeah, they end up eating all the raw food. I might need to do the hothouse before I even build a medical bay, which is crazy. Either way, we need to rush that hothouse, buddy. It's like the only way that we can pull this off. I think.
Hear me, hear me. New law in the city.
Okay. We can get that steam core quickly enough if we, you know, manage it responsibly.
End of shift. No rest on. Now.
We don't have enough wood for drawing boards yet. Fuck. It's a byproduct of trying to build that. Okay. We're gonna lose an engineer, but that's gonna have to be an acceptable loss for us. At least I'll be able to make those meals tomorrow, and it'll be soup. As long as I remember to change it in the hothouse.
New law.
Okay, soup.
A new law has passed.
We lost an engineer, but that was expected to happen. Let's swap him out. Yeah, this scenario is extremely difficult without child labor. With child labor, it's probably a walk in the park, but that's my line in the sand. Hello, Etienne. Welcome, buddy. How are you today?
Get to work. Move, people.
Okay, we made all the meals. Now I'll put these guys over here. We'll get a group of new people here today. We got them. We need a bunch of healthy people gathering the cores and the rest on wood. Yeah, people are pissed already.
The workday is up.
Okay, new law. I can't sign most of these. Like, the best I could do is sign the fighting arena.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
We got the steam core that we need, so now it's pure wood with those guys. And then we need 2 guys in the medical bay. We have 2 hungry people, 5 hungry people, more sick people racking up.
Wrap up well.
It's colder now.
Get to work. Move, people. There's plenty to do.
All right, I can build the hothouse. I'll put it right here, and then we need people to go build it. And people to work it when it's built. And then we need a couple of healthy people here to make the soup.
End of shift. Go rest all you can.
I have 1 day to provide shelter for 67 people. Hang on. Fuck, I don't have enough wood for the road. Wait, I can fix that. Okay, get that shit built. Come on, man. I can't. Discontent. Yeah, I can't pass that law right now. Well, we're currently feeding everyone. Nope, we lost. Yeah, I couldn't placate them. This is so hard, dude. How? How do you pull this off? I mean, I feel like I might need to use hunter's huts, but those are very inefficient, you know? This is the hardest scenario I've ever done. It is. It's the hardest. 100%. This is the hardest one.
Hear me. New law in the city.
All right. I can't even fully man 2 hunters' huts. I'm gonna try focusing on food on day 1. I didn't pass soup law, which may have been a misplay, but we'll see.
Get going. Time to earn your bread.
I would have 50 food instead of 40 if I had. Shut that off. All right, we got the new batch of people.
End of shift. Rest all you can. Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
All right, we need bodies for that hunter hut. We're gonna take these guys off the wood. Well, the temperature drop is here, unfortunately.
Wrap up well. Frost is here. Your work shift starts.
I can't spare any labor for wood gathering, except maybe some of those guys. Maybe I should have rushed overcrowding. I could have overcrowding right now if I went overcrowding instead of corpse disposal. Next time I'll do that.
Hear me, hear me. New
But maybe we can still salvage this.
workday ends. It's off time.
We got a new group of people. All of them engineers. Alright, we got Hunter's gear, so they're going to be producing more food every day. I'm going to take those engineers off of there. I'll get 12 wood if I dismantle that. Let's get rid of some roads here, try to get enough wood for a second medical bay. Okay, I'll have enough wood for a second medical bay if I dismantle that. We even have engineers to man it. This is intense. I feel like I'm kind of holding it together though. Kind of. I have enough steel to make some gathering hubs. What we're gonna need now is more wood. I can't believe the sort of unique plays that you have to make in this scenario just to try to get through it.
Work time. Get back to work.
If I had overcrowding, it would have been much better. But that's for next time. My next attempt, right?
Finish your labor. The workday is up.
We don't even have enough coal for tonight. We got another group of people. Bodies for labor. But more mouths to feed. I'm gonna need a third hunting hut at this point, I think. I gotta pop an emergency shift on the wood, too. Holy shit. I've never been this stretched thin in a scenario before. This is nuts. I need 10 people on the coal. Otherwise, we won't have enough for tonight. It's insane, but we still have starving people. Like, I can't get around this. How do I do it, man? You don't even have enough workers to actually, like... You can't use engineers as hunters is the problem. If you could, this would be a lot easier. Yeah, I don't want to do sawdust and I don't want to do soup. Hang on. Oh my god. This is honestly so crazy. That guy didn't really tell me anything that's gonna help.
New law! A new law has passed.
Gathering posts don't help because you need to have like constant people on food and shit. All right. I guess at that point, I should make that promise. Yeah, I kind of played myself there. We're gonna try that again. I think that rushing the hothouse is the only option. I don't know, hang on. How much raw food do you need to feed 80 people in Frostpunk per day? So even a hothouse is not going to be enough raw food per day once we get a whole bunch of people. But if I have a hothouse and a hunter's hut, that will do it. Yeah, I would need the hothouse and the hunter's hut in order to feed everyone. Oh, man. Now, I'm going to try something here. I'm just going to take a look at this and 0.3 per hour. Let's say it takes me 2 days. That would be 20 hours. So yeah, let's assume 20-hour work days, but let's also assume, well, 20 hours over 2 days, 10-hour work days, 2 days. Let's go 18 to be generous, just in case. And then, so I need to do 100 divided by 18. Wait, what would the calculation be for that? I need to know how many, so 0.2 per hour. So 0.2 will have to be in that equation somewhere. So let's say 18 hours times 0.2. No, that ain't right. That would take 3.6 days. Okay. So if I need to cut that down by roughly like 50%, I don't know if I'm doing the right calculation. But I want to figure it out on my own. Maybe 18 divided by 0.4. I don't know. What the hell would the calculation be? The relevant number is the amount of hours. Okay, let's do it like this then. 0.2 times 18. 3.6. Maybe that means I would get 3.6 steam cores over the 18 hours. Right? Oh, it's 0.02. Okay. How many workers would it take in Frostpunk to salvage one? Yeah, in 2 standard work days. That's the question. It takes exactly 3 workers. So if I put 4, that's a safe bet. All right. I have a game plan to get that steam core in an automated way right from the start.
Hear me. New law in the city.
Okay, there we go. So they should be able to get it in the next 2 days. And I'll get exactly enough steel for the research bay today, as well as getting the ability. Wait, if I click that, does it shuts down the emergency shift? That's stupid. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I will make that promise later, but not right at the beginning. And I will have to do 2 emergency shifts in order to try and rush that hothouse.
New law. A new law has passed.
All right, there we go. This is so hard, dude. This is the hardest I have ever had to do. And I'm constantly just trying out new ideas, hoping something will stick and something will work, but
It's time off.
I can't provide any shelter for anybody. Okay. Now we need a 24-hour shift on that, which I don't like. We are going to lose an engineer, but I can't do anything about it. I'm gonna get soup right away rather than extended shift.
Listen, everyone. Law is signed.
Replace the engineer first. That discontent rises really fast when you have to do 2 emergency shifts. I'm gonna have to hope I can figure this out. Partway through the day, these guys are gonna finish gathering that wood, and I'm gonna have to reallocate them somewhere else. And one of our engineers is sick, so the research is gonna happen slower.
Work time. Get moving.
Let's just put them on this wood pile now. right, we got new labor. That's immediately on wood. I'll do it now. Yeah, I'll make that promise now.
Time to rest, folks. Work's happening today.
All right. I don't even think I'll be able to make the meals tomorrow, really.
Hear me, hear me. New
I would need to make the meals sooner, but that would involve not making any medical post and, like... This is so hard, man. I don't know how to do this. I really can't figure it out. I'm doing okay, Claire. I'm doing okay, but this is the hardest challenge that I've ever had to learn. This scenario, if you don't use child labor, you get punished heavily. And it's extremely difficult on the hardest difficulties to just get through the beginning. I'm trying to learn how to do it. You're going to Munich to get your friend, eh? I hope you have a wonderful day today. All right.
New law. A new law has passed.
I'm not gonna do soup law, but I am gonna make some rations early. Maybe? No, I need that wood in order to do drawing boards immediately.
The shift is ending.
I might need to start trying to do some of these promises, like for the shelter. Because my discontent, like, I need to have ways of reducing it. Even if it means I dismantle the houses later for the wood back, like, we have to do something like that. Thank you, Tanel. Thank you, buddy. If I don't make those meals soon enough, though, we get massively punished, so... Extended shift would help with the resource acquisition, but I feel like I kind of want to rush overcrowding before my discontent is so high that I can't.
Everyone, new
I'm gonna have to pause those houses for now.
Get going. Time to earn your bread.
Okay, we put them on the new wood pile. Now I can research the hothouse. Ugh. Once I get that steam, we're gonna get new refugees, aren't we? But I haven't made the meals. I'm gonna let them build real quick. All right, pause these. Put those guys all on wood. And I'm making meals. We just squeezed that in before it became like a massive issue. I can open a new medical post. I accidentally left the generator on overdrive all day. That kind of sucks. I got that steam core though.
Hear me. New law in the city.
I was able to pass over crowding. I need to build the hothouse and a hunting hut tomorrow, so we need everybody on wood. In fact, I'm dismantling these homes. I have 2 days to try and solve the discontent problem.
Brace yourselves. Cold is coming. Get going. Time to earn.
I only managed to make enough meals to stave off a couple bouts of starvation, but we are struggling, man. Okay, we need to put down the hothouse right here. I'm also gonna need a hunter's hut. I'm taking everybody off of resources, building one more medical bay. Okay, I can make some food right now. I'm gonna pause these. Put some people here. There. So we're making some meals right now, some, for the rest of the day. Not enough, because the starving people keep eating the raw food.
The work day is up.
Yeah, fail condition. I don't have any more coal. I would have had one more night's worth of coal probably if I remembered to shut off the generator. But I got the hothouse down. It's hard to get that far.
A new law has passed.
Okay. We'll try again. Just one more time. I should be able to have 5 nights worth of coal if I responsibly manage the coal and stay on the generator.
Gather your tools. The shift is ending.
I'm gonna do the shelter promise right now. And then we'll dismantle the homes for the wood back. It will mean starting our research a little later, but at least our discontent will be lower. Radical treatment.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
Now I need to hope that there's enough time to dismantle all of these. I'll build your homes, but I'll take them apart right after. Okay. Drawing boards.
Get
24-hour shift.
to earn your bread.
Assign these guys to the wood. Turn off the generator. Big time important. I always forget to reassign the guys on the 24-hour pile in time. I managed to churn out some meals, but not enough.
It's time off. Hear me. New law in the city.
Of course, I have sick engineers. Why would it be anybody except for the engineers, eh? We did not have enough food for everybody. Not nearly. I need that hothouse, but my research speed is fucking crippled because of these sick engineers. Like, they made this one way too... Well, the thing is, they made this before survivor mode was a thing, so it's unbalanced to shit. I'll have the hothouse tomorrow. I have the hunters. Let's put those guys, like, we need a whole fully stocked. I have 1 day to provide shelter for 67 people. I hate these people. All right. It's like we're right on the cusp of potentially being able to get through the early game, but you end up with so much discontent just trying to get here that you're kind of set up to fail, you know what I mean?
Get going. Time to earn your bread.
8 healthy people should be able to get me enough coal, but they have to be healthy. Maybe triage would help with this, right? Like, maybe this is one of those scenarios where you kind of need to use triage. Anyway, we're probably losing. I can't get enough houses built. This is stupid hard. I don't like it. Like, this is so unreasonably. It's not difficult. It's just you can't really control the outcome. You're constantly scrambling. There's not like there's too much RNG involved, right? Way too much RNG involved with who gets sick. Like, is your research gonna get slowed? Can you get your hothouse? Like, you know, it's a whole bunch of snowballing shit. It's crazy how difficult this is. Like, I might need to use triage, just kill a bunch of people. But yeah, no child shelters. That's my rule. Yeah. Food is a major choke point, and relying on the canning workshop scout discovery is a popular but highly random strategy. That's honestly so stupid. Okay. I'm not going to rely on the RNG of the scouting. That's just retarded. Yeah, who else if not me? I get you. I'm gonna try maybe not doing emergency shift first. Where's triage? Is that like... Is it past overcrowding? The thing is, like, I'm tired of losing to discontent every time, you know? Child labor is like, I won't do that. I want to beat the game without child labor. Okay, wait. So if I leave them on steel for 2 days, I don't want to do an immediate emergency shift on the wood if I can avoid it. I will try to avoid it. I want my first emergency shift to be on like the tech hub. But I think I have to like... I don't think I can really do drawing boards. Or... Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of a gamble here. I'm gonna pivot my strategy, and it will be heartbreaking when it fails. Let's hop in. I only need 5 steel. How many? So there's 10 hours in a standard workday. So I need to be getting 0.5 steel. And then we just shove everybody on wood. We'll get the core after. I love how the people are like, hey, let's make the children work. It's like, no. What's wrong with you? Well, I managed to get enough resources to start drawing board right away. I could have just not made that promise. We'll consider like trying out this strategy, you know? This might probably won't work, but it might. All right, drawing boards. 24-hour shift. That's our first 24-hour shift, right? Like, maybe now I should get overtime shifts like extended shifts. So I'm gonna leave 3 people on steel, but we have to try to make sure that they stay healthy.
Hear me. New law in the city.
Okay, more hours means more resources. Wait, I'm gonna need more steel. I need 10 by the time that research is done, so I actually have to go ham show on the steel. Yeah.
Move. Time to get to work.
Okay, I made it. Now we're gonna pull everybody off of steel, put them all on wood. This is working out a little better, I think. We're researching the hothouse already. We're gonna get our visitors soon. I need to try to make meals immediately. We gotta get that cookhouse down. And I can do an overtime shift to make sure we actually have time to produce all the meals. Nice. Okay, I made all the meals. See, that was an interesting strat. We're researching the hothouse right now. I shouldn't have promised to provide shelter for everyone. Yeah, I need to not make that shelter promise, but this strategy seems like it might work, eh? It looks like it might. Maybe there's cause for hope, eh? Maybe we can beat it and not compromise on our values regarding child labor. So, I need 3 people on steel. Right? Yeah, 3. And then the rest on wood. Pass emergency shift. Maybe I will find my own strategy for beating this.
Law has passed.
Maybe. And I'm gonna refuse the promise to build homes for everyone.
Nice. Down your tools.
Okay, there we go, drawing boards. And I need to turbocharge steel. Just for the beginning of the day. Extended shift.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
Oh man, I really hope we find a strat that works, guys. I really do. I need 10 steel.
Move. Time to get to work.
Got it. Pull these guys off, put them all on wood. Now we're gonna have to build a cookhouse and make our meals with the new batch of people that arrive. All right. Come on, man. Get it built.
Night is coming. Put down your tools.
All right. I don't want to be overly optimistic because we know this is hard, but we're doing good. Now I'm gonna build a hunter's hut right here. And we need to start doing medical. And I'm gonna rush overcrowding.
Hear me, hear me. New law in the city.
Now I'm gonna need a little bit of foresight here. I will need to make a gathering hub on the coal before that temperature drop. That will also give us some steel, but I need steel to make the gathering hubs. So putting a couple people on steel over the next couple of days might be wise. Let's grab these guys, open up the medical bay, activate the overdrive on the generator. I'll try to put 3 able-bodied, healthy people on steel. That will get us like 0.6 per hour. That should get us 5 steel per day, as long as they stay healthy. Now I need 15 people just fucking here. Overtime shift on that. We are spread pretty thin, but I will try to figure it out.
Bundle up. It's getting colder. Get going. Time to earn your bread.
I'll put a couple of workers in there. Oh, they're both in treatment. Okay, we're about to get a shipment of food from the hunters, and I have to build the hothouse. Oh god, I never got the steam core. Oh fuck. Okay. I managed to make some meals and stave off starvation. Let's go extended shift on that, just to make sure we get that core today. And then I'll get overcrowding for the sick bay. We're gonna pull these guys out of there and distribute their labor elsewhere. Okay, we got the core. Let's start building the hothouse right here. Look at how high discontent is, even though we haven't been abusing emergency shifts, right? Like,
Time to rest, folks. Work happened
we got another group of people here. I'm gonna lower discontent a little bit. Okay. I am trying my very best, so... The hothouse is stacked. 24 raw food per day, plus the hunter's hut is 11. That's 35. I might need to try and research hunter's gear, but I don't even have the wood to start it, so I can't build another hunter's hut. Shutting off the generator early. So we're making food now. We're making food all day. We have no unused labor. We're still getting a little bit of steel. I'll do an overtime shift on the steel. We may as well. They're already in a discontent struggle with us. Turn off the generator. I need to get a little bit of coal going. I have 59 coal. That's not enough for a whole night, but it might be enough for right now while we try to get our shit together. There's nobody making food because he's sick. I'm gonna pull 3 engineers off of here and put them in there. Okay. Okay, we have nobody else starving right now. That's at least a start. It's a start. Another medical post would allow me to treat the majority of the remaining sick. But, I also don't know that I can... You know what? I probably can feed everybody with this because I'm doing an overtime shift on the hothouse. Yes, so we're gonna prioritize the sick now that we have prioritized feeding everyone. And I'm gonna need some people collecting coal. After the sick, it comes down to shelter. All right. I have 3 days to try and feed everyone. I don't know if I'll be able to, but we will try. Okay, we have a second medical bay open. Discontent has gone down just because of that, and we're building some homes. I'm gonna scrounge up a little bit more wood by dismantling a few roads. Okay. I could get triage, but I'm gonna get soup so that we're producing more food from the same amount of ingredients.
Everyone, new law is signed.
This discontent struggle is the main problem right now. I'm gonna deactivate the overtime shifts on the resource collection. Nice. Okay, the discontent struggle is over. At least we have that. I can assign people to research. We're gonna want to make a wall drill for wood collection soon, but honestly, I need to make sure that I build something. Hang on. Starting tomorrow morning, we're gonna have to leave the generator on, which is honestly pretty crazy. I have 13 steel. We don't need anybody on steel. That's enough to build a couple of gathering hubs. Oh, this is hard. But this is the furthest we've ever gotten, right? I found a way to get here, like with reliable infrastructure and the ability to potentially feed everybody. We need more healthy people making the food. Okay. We're not gonna feed everybody unless we have that overtime shift on the coal. I need some people on wood, overtime shift. Although I think they're all sick, right? Like all but one of them are sick, yeah. The hungry were fed. I can't research right now. We're pulling these engineers, we're putting them on wood. And then I'll have one guy working in the kitchen. We're gonna have to hope that these tweaks and changes that we've made are gonna be enough. I could dismantle these houses. People will get pissed, but I could dismantle them and get the wood back so that we can build gathering hubs overnight. We are really struggling. I have another steam core already for the wall drill if we can manage to even research it, but right now we have like more immediate concerns to deal with. Everybody's fed. Pretty much everybody is fed. We got that far. I may have to dismantle those houses though. In fact, it looks like it's a damn certainty. Let's dismantle this one.
End of shift. Go rest all you can.
We now need to leave the generator on. Let's build a gathering post right here where the coal is, and we'll get some steel also over time. We're running out of wood, so we're gonna have to get the wall drill researched or something. They're gonna dismantle that house. Which has now given me enough for another gathering post over here on coal and wood. This is so tight, dude, like, but at least I've learned how to get this far in a relatively reasonable way. I'm thinking about getting corpse disposal, but honestly, their discontent is so high. I want organ transplants, but I don't know.
Hear me, hear me. New law in the city.
Let's deactivate the overtime shifts on these. Okay. We need to get ahead of the sickness problem. That should be enough healthy people on the coal. Oh god, they're all sick, eh? All right, we can't research right now. We have no workers that aren't sick, so we're just gonna dump all the engineers in here. That's a better workforce than absolutely none, but oh my god. Seems like more of them are sick than before. I'll pull a couple people off there. That's better. That's much better. Okay. We got a lot of sick people on food production, but honestly, we're trying to figure it out. Let's put the snow pit over here. It's not going to make anybody happy, but at least it'll be done. And let's do overtime shifts on the gathering hubs to try and get ahead of it.
Brace yourselves. Hold is coming.
I don't even have heaters, so again, we're like behind.
There's plenty to do.
I'll sacrifice a little bit of medical efficiency so we can get the research done a little bit faster. Organ transplants will treat the sick faster.
New law. A new law has passed.
We got a new batch of people. We definitely need a new hunter's hut now. Dude, most of my facilities don't even work unless I have the overdrive on. All right, we need an emergency shift then. Hang on. All right, I got heaters. We have to turn them on in the vulnerable infrastructure. We're gonna end emergency shifts now. This is so fucked, dude. Like, I can barely get ahead of anything. Those houses are gonna be cold too. Like, the people won't even be able to take adequate shelter in them. Maybe would have been better to get steam hubs instead of heaters, but I don't know, man. Like, I don't know how to handle this. I hate this level though. This is the first level that I feel like it's not fun. You know, all the other ones kind of felt fun, but this one just feels stupid. And it might be the one level that I kind of refuse to do just because I feel like it's not balanced poorly. It's just not balanced at all, period. Like, they just didn't bother to tweak it or adjust it for Survivor to make it viable, right?
Get going. Time to earn your bread.
Yeah, we just have massive sick problems too. Like, we can't get a handle on anything.
Finish your labors, people. The workday is
Now we have even more people coming in. Yeah, forget scouting. Like, just trying to get here is, like, impossible. Yeah, I'm gonna call it, guys. I don't want to play this anymore. I'm gonna figure out a different game to play. I think, honestly, I think this is the end of our Frostpunk. The refugees level has left a very sour taste in my mouth. Like, I got where I got, and I could get there again, but you end up with, like, you can't do anything, right? Between the rolling sickness and everything, you're just constantly putting out fires. Like, everything is way too time constrained, and one rule I have is that I will challenge myself, but I won't sacrifice my sanity or my comfort to, like, do something that was half-assed developed, right? They should have tweaked it. They should have tweaked it before releasing Survivor difficulty. They should have made sure it was, like, feasibly viable without following an exact step-by-step guide on the internet, which I refuse to do, right? Farthest Frontier, I have that. Yeah, I have Farthest Frontier. I've played it a little bit, but I'll consider trying it later. I'm going to give some thought to what I'd like to play, and I'll get back to you guys, okay? Anyway, peace out for now.